Hello everyone. So in this lecture, we'll see what is subgroup of a group and we'll see the properties of a subgroup also. Okay guys, so let us begin with the subgroup. So we'll see what is the meaning of subgroup. So let us consider, yes, subgroup. So we can say that H comma star, one algebraic structure, H comma star is a subgroup of a group. We can say that, let's say G comma star, if and only if first condition is what, H must be a subset of G, and second one, H comma star must be a group itself. That means first of all, H must be a subset of G, and H comma star must be a group itself. That means it must satisfy the properties of a group, isn't it? So remember, yes, in case of subgroup, we can say that both ways, we can say that at both places, yes, the binary operator is a star only. That means any group and its subgroup both will be having same binary operation, isn't it? Next one, H must be a subset of G and H must be a group itself. That means H must satisfy the properties of a group. That means we can say that closure, associativity, identity element, and inverse, isn't it? All properties must be satisfied. Then we can say that yes, H comma star will be a subgroup of a group G comma star, isn't it? So let us take one example. Let's say yes, which one of the following is or are subgroups of a given group, of a given group. Given group is what, let's say that is Z. We can say that that is Z on addition modulo 4. Z4 means, yes, we can say that addition modulo 4 means, we can say that addition modulo, we can say that A addition modulo 4 with B is what, A plus B mod 4. Yes or no? So that is addition modulo 4. Now we'll see, yes, what is the meaning of, yes. So we can say that when we will divide any number with 4, so 4 remainders will be possible, 0, 1, 2, 3. So Z4 means we can say that all these remainders, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, when sum of any integers is divided by 4s, then 4 possibilities are there. Remainder could be 0 or 1 or 2 or 3. That is the given group. So we can say that, yes, let's say addition modulo 4, 4 elements are there, 0, 1, 2, 3. This is also 0, 1, 2, 3. So here 0 plus 0, 0, 0 plus 1, 1, 1 mod 4 is 1. This is 2, this is 3, this is 1, this is, we can say that 2, this is 3, this is 0, this is 2, this is 3, this is 0, 3 plus 2, 5, 5 mod 4 is 1. And this is 3, this is 4, this is 1, this is 2. So that is the given group and 4 options are there. So write down the options. Option A, that is 0, 1 on addition modulo 4. Option B, that is 0 on addition modulo 4. Option C, that is 0, 2 on addition modulo 4. option D, that is 0, 1, 2, 3 on addition modulo 4. So which one is the subgroup of the given? That is the task. So first thing we can observe from all these options is that here this is H, and what is G? We can say that here 0, 1, 2, 3 on addition modulo 4, that is the given group. So this is what? G. So this one is G, this one is H. Now we'll see. Yes, here in everywhere, in every option, we can say that H is a subset of G or not. Yes, that is correct. Everywhere, or we can say that in all the options, H is the subset of G. So first criteria is correct. No problem at all. Now we'll see option one by one. We can see whether these options or these algebraic structures are group or not. So whether these are satisfying the properties of a group or not. That is the task. So let us consider first one, option A. So try to make the Cayley table 0, 1. This is 0, 1. This is addition modulo 4. So this is 0, this is 1, this is 1, this is 2. 1 plus 1, 2, 2 mod 4 will be 2 only. So all the outputs we can say that does not belongs to the same group 0, 1. So we can say that that is not closed. Not closed means this is not a group. So we can say that yes, option A cannot be the sub. Second one, option B. Yes, option B, only one element is there. So that will be the identity element. Yes or no? So this is closed as well. Next one, yes. In identity element is existing, that is 0 only. Next one, inverse of 0 is also in 0, because inverse of identity element is what? Same identity element. All properties of the group are satisfied. So we can say that yes, that is subgroup. Next one, C, that is 0, 2. So 0, 2 is also a subset of 0, 1, 2, 3. So here 0 plus 0, 0, 0 plus 2, 2 mod 4 is 2, 2 plus 0, 2, 2 mod 4 is 2, 2 plus 2, 4, 4 mod 4 is 0. Now you can check, yes, this is closed, associative as well. Next one, we can say that this is identity element is here what? That is 0. And inverse of 0 is will 0, and inverse of 2 will be what? Yes, inverse of 2 is 2 here, isn't it? So all properties of the group are satisfied. That's why we can say that yes, option C is also a subgroup. And option D is the same group which is given in the yes problem. Yes or no? So we can say that every group is a subgroup of itself or no? Every group is a subgroup of itself, isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone. So in this option, in this particular question, we can say that option B, that is a subgroup. Option C is also a subgroup. Option D is also a subgroup. But option A is not a subgroup. So correct answer will be what? B, C, D. Isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone. So remember guys, some properties are there. Yes, on we can say that based on the subgroup, we'll see one by one. Isn't it? First one is you can see yes, B is a subgroup. So order of this subgroup is what? That is 1. Order of this subgroup is what? That is 2. Order of this subgroup is what? That is 4. So we can say that all the subgroups are having order 1, 2, 4, and the order of the given group is what? That is 4. So first property is that order of a subgroup will always divides the order of the given group. Here option B, order in option B is 1, 1 divides 4. In option C, 2, 2 divides 4. Option C, 4, 4 divides 4. So we can say that yes, order of a subgroup always divides the order of them. I hope this one is clear to everyone. So let's say, for example, let's say one group is given to you that contains 10 number of elements. So various options are having, we can say that different, we can say that algebraic structures. And question is which one is the correct subgroup of that particular given. So given group has 10 elements. So any subgroup will be having order that divides the order of the group, that is 10. So yes, one possibility is what? Yes, the subgroup may have, yes, order equals to 10. Or we can say that the subgroup may have the order equals to 5, isn't it? Because 5 divides 10 as well as 10 divides 10. Similarly, in this particular question, if we talk, then we can say that any subgroup is possible that have order equals to 3. No, in this particular question, no subgroup is possible with order equals to 3 because 3 doesn't divide 4, isn't it? Okay, that is the first property. Next one, we can say that, yes, let's say here in option B, let's say that is H1, this is S2. Let's say H1 and S2 are two subgroups of a given group, then intersection of H1 and S2 will also be a sub. Similarly, if H1, S2, S3, three subgroups are there of a group G, then intersection of H1, S2 and S3, yes, that will also be a subgroup, isn't it? But that is not guaranteed in case of union. Yes, if we take H1 and S2, two subgroups are there of a group, isn't it? Then we cannot say that H1 union S2 will also be a sub, isn't it? So these properties are there. So write down these properties one by one. So what is the first property? Yes, order of a subgroup always divides the order of the group, isn't it? That is the Lagrange's theorem also, isn't it? Next one, yes, if H1 and S2 are the subgroups of a group G, then H1 intersection S2 will also be a subgroup of G. And not only for two subgroups, any arbitrary subgroups, or we can say that arbitrary intersection of subgroups will also be a subgroup, isn't it? That means we can take any number of subgroups H1, S2, S3, means take the intersection of all the subgroups, then that will be a subgroup of a given. So third one we can write down arbitrary. Arbitrary means we can take any number of subgroups. If we take the intersection of all these subgroups, then that particular yes algebraic structure will also be a sub. So we can say that arbitrary intersection of subgroups is also a subgroup, isn't it? Next one, fourth one, we can say that if H1 and S2 are the subgroups of a group G, then H1 union S2 is not necessarily a subgroup. And similarly, arbitrary union of subgroups may not be a subgroup, isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone, isn't it? Okay. Next one, in the previous slide, if we see here, option B and option D. Yes, try to observe option B and option D. Option B is a subgroup having only the identity element. isn't it? And in option D, we can say that all elements of the given group are present. That means the same group is also a subgroup of the same group, isn't it? Also, if we contain only identity element, that will also be a subgroup, guaranteed. So that's why we can say that these two, that is identity element and same group, these are called what? We can say that trivial subgroups. Other than these, all are known as what? Proper subgroups. So we can say that in this particular example, option B and option D are the trivial subgroups, and option C is what? That is proper subgroup. So what is the meaning of trivial? Trivial means same group will be a subgroup of itself, and if we contain only identity element, then also that will be guaranteed a subgroup. So these are known as what? Trivial. So we can say that here option A, B and D both are known as what? Trivial subgroup. And option C, that is known as what? Proper subgroup. Isn't it? Okay. So write down next one. In the properties, you can write down next one. Sixth one. Yes, we can say that an algebraic structure with only identity element and same group G are called trivial subgroups, and other subgroups are called as, we can say that, proper subgroups. Isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone. So these are called, we can say that, trivial and proper. Isn't it? Next one is what? Remember this one also. Here, let's say, yes, yes, that is the all options A, B, C, D. One thing more, let's say option C is the subgroup of the given group, isn't it? So, yes, in both the, we can say that subgroup as well as the given group, we can say that identity element will be same only. For example, in this particular option, option C, in this particular subgroup, identity element is what? 0. And you can check in the given group also, identity element is what? 0. Similarly, here we can say that inverse of 2 is what? That is 2. And in the given group also, you can check inverse of 2 will be 2 only. That is the next property, isn't it? So we can say that the inverse of an element of a subgroup, yes, we can say that is same as the inverse of that element when regarded in group, isn't it? Okay. So write down next property. That is what? Yes, that is seventh one or sixth one. We can say that the inverse of any element in a subgroup is same as the inverse of that element when regarded in the group. When regarded in the group means what? That means if any element, let's say A, having inverse equals to B in a subgroup, then in the given group also inverse of A will be what? B only, isn't it? Oh, next one we can say that identity element will be same in both group and subgroup, group and its subgroup, isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone. So guys, that's all about, we can say that, subgroup. Various questions may be possible depending on subgroups also. So remember, these properties are very, very important. And that first property, that is also Lagrange's theorem, that is also very, very important. Yes, that is order of a subgroup always divides the order of the group. So remember that one. And in previous questions also, that property is, we can say, that used many times, isn't it? So that is very, very important. So that's all about, we can say, that what is a subgroup and what are the properties of a subgroup. We seen clearly, and I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay, guys. So thank you so much.